Welcome back to another Alliance War. This time my Alliance 4 Loki is taking on Emoh, Earth's Mightest Heroes of World. This is the second out of 3 total Alliance War preseason matches, and I'll be taking in Stark, Spidey, Void, and Blade, which seems to be my go-to team for the path that I am currently assigned. I'm going to give you guys a quick rundown of the path before I actually start my way out there and give you guys kind of my plan of who I'm going to bring into each of these fights. So the first node, this science node over here, Stark Spidey, followed by Stark Spidey, followed by Void on node 24 there. We have a couple of Mystic Champions that I'm planning to bring Blade into, and then we have another Science Champion at the end there, which probably also is going to be Blade. If I do well enough, there's a Mordo mini-boss and Magic final boss waiting for me. But a little bit of a spoiler, I don't always make it to the actual mini, and especially don't always make it to the final boss. Just because, well, yeah, sometimes things go a little bit wrong. We'll see how this war does, though, because, yeah, now that I dropped Suicides, maybe I'll actually get some of that action. Alright, first node up, it's a Limber node, followed by Enhanced Special 1, which is why I'm going to be taking in Stark Spidey here, why I planned out taking him in, because this is probably going to be Spider-Man. Spider-Man with that unblockable special 1. A little bit of a nuisance, but with Stark Spidey, he's no sweat. So the plan is to build up some poise charges, and then just get some parry stuns, and make quick work of this Spidey. It's probably not going to take too many hits, as long as I get the poise up quick enough. It's only a 4-star compared to my 455 Stark Spidey here, so shouldn't be too big a deal. Alright, he evades a little bit, but yeah, you can see his health is just getting chipped away real fast. He's definitely evading a little bit more than I'd like to. With that Limber node, I can't parry stun him for days here. I got to, you know, just make sure that I don't run out of parries, essentially, or, you know, start baiting out heavies or punish his special here, which I end up doing, and he's down. So first fight, not too big of a deal. I did get some chip damage, but, you know, not too much, only 5% of my total health bar, so no big deal, really. This next node up is a little bit more of an interesting node. This one can be a huge pain in the ass at times, as this node is stun immune. Take a look at the nodes here. We've got 200 attack and health, which isn't a ton, but then stun immunity and enhanced abilities. So I am almost positive this is going to be a Nightcrawler, and Nightcrawler, they're not always too easy for me. But at least I have class advantage here with Stark Spidey. And kind of the same plan, build up some poise charges, and then just kind of bait out some heavy attacks, do a little bit intercepting, maybe even try to switch his stances. I'm already backed into the corner, which is a bad sign for this fight, but I do have 10 poise charges, get in a good 5-hit combo, try to switch his stance here, it does not work out for me, which is why I typically don't even bother. He always evades it. Oh man, I get clipped there while trying to attack into his block, and look at my health bar, it's just gone. He parries me right there, and honestly, if he hit me with a 5-hit combo, I probably would have been toast. But he fires off a special instead, allowing me to survive it. And I am just desperate at this point to fire off a special 2 just to get some distance on him, because I saw that he evaded me there. And yeah, just trying my best to hang on. Please, man, I don't want to give up those attacker kill points. And thankfully, he's down. Whew, that was a rough fight, though, man. Ah, man, that one hurt. That one hurt. It's only the second fight in, and my Stark Spidey almost got annihilated, which means if I want to use Stark Spidey at all throughout this path, I'm going to have to dump some serious health potions to bring him back up. Fortunately, this next node I will not need Stark Spidey for, as this is node 24, which means this is the buffet recovery node. And looking at, you know, he's a Mystic Champion. I already plan on bringing in Void, which is nice that I have the class advantage. He's a Mystic Champion, and he's a 5-star Unawakened, but it's not that Voodoo. Originally, I looked at this path on live stream, and I was thinking, like, is that going to be Voodoo? Did somebody really put Voodoo on this node? But if you look, they have the blue persistent charges buff, or whatever it's called, next to their class icon. So yeah, it's definitely not going to be Voodoo. We've got either you know, they're Mephisto or Morningstar. I'm thinking it's Mephisto, and I'm thinking, yeah, maybe I should just take in Blade for this fight. I mean, Void can handle it pretty well, but, you know, just kind of, I thought about it for a second there, but no, ultimately Void's the way to go. So I take in Void, and it's the same game plan as usual here. Just allow myself to get the debuffs on him. Not really worried about doing any kind of meaningful damage before that. I really just want to get as many debuffs on as possible. I get lucky with a Petrified debuff, but I also run straight into him right there, so I take a lot of damage. So yeah, gonna try not to do that again. I kind of forget sometimes. Ooh, look at that. 2 petrified debuffs right in a row, so that's perfect. But I kind of forget sometimes against Mystic champions, you could actually use Mystic Dispersion against them at times. You know, just to, if you're not too comfortable with intercepting like I am, what you can do is just kind of you know, feed them that power through Mystic Dispersion, and then bait out their specials and have a better time handling them from there. Because the rest of this fight, I really don't make too many mistakes. And he's you know, he's got plenty of debuffs on him. He's taking a lot of damage whenever I evade. There we go. Yeah, that was quite a bit of damage right there. And just gonna keep punishing the special ones. He gets Fear the Void up. Perfect timing with my special one, so I get an extra debuff. It's not petrified, but that's alright. He's at this point, he's pretty much done for. Just gonna try to play things as safe as possible. But I see a good opportunity to intercept at the last second here and just finish things out that way. So, there we go. That node is down. Other than that one point where I just kind of ran into him real stupid like, you know, the fight was as smooth as can be. Alright, so next node up here. Next node, this is, I mean, these first three, you know, they can be a little bit of a problem for me, but I'm a lot more comfortable with the first 3 fights than I am these last 3 on my path here. And this next node is going to be, it's not gonna go well, guys. It's not gonna go well. Like I said in my my last video, although I'm trying harder now, trying harder doesn't mean I'm gonna play perfectly. I'm never gonna play perfectly, and this is gonna be a fine example of that. So I'm certain that this is going to be Morningstar here, and I'm just taking a look to see how much bleed I'm going to be getting, and it's 852 over 5 seconds, and that's very painful. I do have willpower, so I am going to heal some of that, but I mean, he probably has you know, deep wounds, so it's probably going to be even more than that 852 over 5 seconds. I don't have anything to coagulate, and I don't have any bleed immune champions, so I'm taking in Blade, thinking that, hey, it's dimensional being, I'll just turn off that bleeding for the most part. I do get some bleeds on me, but it is greatly reduced compared to other champions. But there's a problem here when fighting this Morningstar with any champion, really. Number one is that he's Mystic, so he's got Mystic Dispersion. I believe that's Special 2. So he just uses Special 2. He just had enough power to use Special 2. I evaded it, but he's already back up to a bar and a half. Didn't help that I got hit there to get him back up to a Special 2, but watch it again. I'll evade the Special 2, and his health, I mean, his power bar is just right back up there. So yeah, it's really a giant pain, this fight. I would kind of love to take in Void to this fight, actually, get the Petrified debuffs up. But I think it would only be effective if I had the 5-star version. The 4-star version is probably not going to do a whole lot for me. You're going to see some major BS coming in a second here. He's going to, or she, I'm sorry, she's going to throw a heavy attack. I'm finally getting in my groove here, but she's going to throw a heavy attack in a second, and I'm going to go in to punish it, and she's immediately going to fire off a special one. Watch this. Look at that. I hate that so much. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I was a little bit too slow on it. I can't tell, but there's definitely been times where it doesn't matter how fast you punish that heavy attack, they will just fire the special one immediately after. I mean, like I said, that might have been my fault. I can't tell. I don't know her animations well enough, but there definitely is that time where, yeah, you know, you're baiting out a heavy attack, they throw it, and you charge in, and you just get shredded by the special. Alright, but anyway, I died. Doesn't matter what the circumstances that caused it. Bottom line is I'm dead, missed out on some attacker points, and now I have to make the tough call of what to do next. Do I think about bringing in Void? I mean, she only has 60,000 HP at this point. Kind of considering if I get those Petrified debuffs going, then the whole Mystic Dispersion thing is not really going to matter. Or I could take in Stark Spidey, build up a whole bunch of poise charges, and just let it rip. The other nice thing about Stark Spidey is that the Special 2, you know, if you get if Stark auto evades it, it doesn't trigger Mystic Dispersion, so that could also be pretty nice. In either case, I'm going to be taking a lot of bleed damage. Ultimately, I ended up going with Stark Spidey. I used a few potions. Going back in here, I made a huge mistake early on. I don't know what I was thinking trying to get that heavy attack off. And yeah, there goes 50% of my health right there. So, very stupid. I was not too focused at the beginning of this fight. I was still thinking about what just happened. I'm taking a lot of bleed damage at this point, and things are just not looking great for me, if I'm being honest here. I'm going to push her to a special 2, because like I said, special 2 with Stark Spidey is not nearly as bad. You can see she didn't gain that much power. And just going to use a heavy attack there. Unfortunately, it triggers bleed on me once again. I'm going to try to fire a special 2 before I die, and I get it off, but no, I drop right at the end there. Sucks. I should have been able to win that fight. That was completely my fault. The fight with Blade, a little bit questionable maybe, but the fight with Stark Spidey, no, that was totally on me. I just blew it there big time. I'll know much better going against Morningstar in the future. It's just, yeah, Morningstar is not a champion that I see on defense too much, and clearly some mistakes were definitely made. Now there's a little bit debating that I'm kind of skipping here. I was debating back and forth who to bring in, if I should revive one of those other guys, or if I should just go in the Void. And ultimately I decide, hey, this is not going to be hard for Void to clean up. She's down to 29% HP. This is not going to be too big of a deal at all. So going with Void, clean out the first special, get my attacks in, hoping to trigger a Petrify debuff on her as soon as possible. And luckily, first debuff is Petrify. Awesome. Alright, so Mystic Dispersion, its effectiveness is at least cut in half. So I'm just going to try to get some more debuffs going on her. And I'm already stuck in the worst possible spot in the world. She's going to get to a special 3. It doesn't matter if I have Petrify on. You know what? I didn't realize I had 2 Petrifies, so actually I would have been fine. But in any case, I thought I was going to die there for sure. Just throw my specials. And at this point, yeah, I just crossed my fingers. And luckily, I'm able to take her down before she triggers her special 3, which I should have died. I totally should have died. She should have used her special 3. I should have been dead there, but you know, the game throws me a bone there. The game feels sorry for me at that point after what happened after the poor performance with Blade and Stark Spidey. And actually, that's my last fight of this war. My alliance benches me after that performance, and I don't do any more of these fights. Just kidding. They didn't actually bench me, but man, that was pretty bad. I don't know if I told them what happened or not. This video might be the first time they're seeing how badly I did that in that fight. But in any case, guys, for Loki, we did actually win this one against Emoh. It was a good war to you guys, Earth's Mightest Heroes of World. Maybe we'll come across each other again one day, but yeah, we did come out on top in this one. So that is number 2 of 3 of the preseason. Next war should be out tomorrow for the final preseason war. And then Season 1. Exciting times. Hopefully I can step up my game for that season opener. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.